Dr. Henry Loomis. This is Zora Bennett, our mission specialist.
Sorry, what mission?
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the planet.
Oh my God.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less?
How about less? This week on Talking About the Movies, Jurassic World is back, this time around with a new series of films starring a new group of people not related to the previous two trilogies. Scarlett Johansson leading the charge along with Mahershala Ali and Jonathan Bailey in Jurassic World Rebirth. More like Jurassic World Regurgitated, if you ask me. And welcome to Talking About the Movies, where of course we're continuing my 20-year celebration of me covering the biggest new releases of the weekend. And needless to say, as we head to the halfway point of the year, there is only one big new release this weekend, and as you can tell from what I'm wearing, it's a new film from the Jurassic World franchise. And considering that it is a new film from Jurassic Park, I think it may be time to bring out the old chestnut from last time. So let's talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. Alrighty, so in Jurassic World Rebirth, Nah, you know what? I'm sorry, but yeah, this movie does not deserve the awesomeness of this Tyrannosaurus Rex Max I got back when Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out. So sorry, T-Rex. I gotta put you away for this one, because this movie definitely does not deserve that to be on my head, because let me tell you something, people. This was rough. This was unbelievably rough. So in Jurassic World Rebirth, this takes place 5 years after Jurassic World Dominion, and it's basically a start of a brand new series of films where you have an expedition led by Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey, who brave isolated equatorial regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. And early on in the movie, they do kind of tease the fact that, you know, after the events of what happened at the end of Fallen Kingdom and what we saw in Dominion, we find out that the dinosaurs, quite honestly, couldn't really last that long in our climate on Earth. I mean, the first 10 minutes alone were probably the best part of this movie, from the fact that it kind of turns into like this Final Destination type of series where, you know, InGen creates this dinosaur, it goes around, and then it basically just can't survive the impact of the world, and the climate basically is inhospitable for the dinosaurs to survive. So they basically all get killed off, and one of them dies off in a way that's something straight out of a Final Destination movie, which got me really excited, because it's just like, okay, that was actually a ton of fun. Surely the rest of the movie will be just that. And yeah, it really wasn't. Kind of summing up my thoughts on the other Jurassic Park movies. Well, the first one, I think that's still a classic. I think that's still the best one in the series. I really don't like The Lost World, nor do I like Jurassic Park 3, but I do like the Jurassic World trilogy. I thought Jurassic World was the second best one in the series. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is probably the third best, and then Jurassic World Dominion is the worst of the three in the World trilogy, but fourth overall best Jurassic Park movie, I would say that, because I think it's still a lot better than Lost World or Jurassic Park 3 was. But and, you know, I got excited for this one because you got Black Widow, you've got Uncle Aaron from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You also have who's Jonathan Bailey playing Wicked, and you got Fierro from Wicked. I mean, that's a good cast on its own. They brought back David Coeb, who hadn't been with the Jurassic Park series since The Lost World, and wrote the first original Jurassic Park movie. You have Gareth Edwards, who did a good job with Godzilla. This movie should be awesome. This movie should be amazing, and man, it really is not. This movie was awful. This was fucking terrible. Like, I couldn't believe when I walked out of that movie. I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, because let me explain what didn't work about it, nearly everything about it, except for the first 10 minutes. But the biggest problem right from the get-go is the fact that the 3 main characters are the most cliched, riddled characters you could possibly imagine. There is nothing about these characters whatsoever that you do get attached to. I mean, you got attached to the guys from Jurassic World. You got attached to the Chris Pratt character because, you know, he, you know, of his ability to, you know, be, you know, to work with the Raptors and all that. You got attached to Bryce Dallas Howard's character. You got attached to all the other characters that came around in that series. They had a hook to them. Like, you had some reason to go along with them for the ride. You don't feel anything for these people whatsoever. They're just there to just be stock characters, right down to the biggest insult of this movie, and that's the family in this, which, my God, like, enough with this already. And that's going to lead to the major problem with this movie that I'll get to in a little bit here, but I'm seriously sick and tired of the helpless family that somehow gets involved in this situation where they're stuck on this island with the dinosaurs, and it's just like they basically should be eaten by this point, but no, we got to keep them around because they need to be the heart of the story. I get it. The first movie had the 2 kids from Dr. John Hammond, and you cared about them even though they were making stupid decisions. I mean, yeah, you could still root for them even though the girl is making stupid decisions, like is literally doing this while there's a freaking dinosaur outside. And I know this because I just saw the movie again today on FX because they were playing it on TV. It's just like, but you still like those characters in that first movie. Even in the third movie with the kid Trevor Howard, he wasn't a bad written kid character overall. Neither was the kid characters in Jurassic World. The clone in Fallen Kingdom, on the other hand, that's one where it's just like, at first it doesn't seem that bad, but once you get to Dominion, she just shows just not give a shit at all. Just like, but you're the reason why the planet's in this place right now. I mean, because it was the reason why the dinosaurs got loose on planet Earth. That is in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then continued into Dominion. And she's just kind of like, oh, I'm so bored by this whole thing. It's just like, you started this shit. And in this movie, oh my God, this movie just, it's back to being obnoxious, the obnoxious family from Jurassic Park 3 with William H. Macy and Tay Leone. Like, I swear to God, you kept expecting them to start screaming over the top, like you want it. It's just like, please eat, and you're just waiting for the dinosaurs to come out and be like, please eat them already, please, because I'm so sick and tired of dealing with these fuckers right here. And like I said, the 3 main characters have no chemistry together whatsoever. I mean, they have nothing of value to them. They're just stock characters. It felt like Scarlett Johansson took this because Universal said, hey, Star-Lord was in the last Jurassic World trilogy. Let's get Black Widow to star in this one. And she's got some Academy Award nominations. This will work out great. Well, yeah, it'd be great if he gave Scarlett Johansson something to do here, but no, you can't get attached to any of these characters because they're so lifeless, they're so boring, and that's just the whole movie. It's lifeless and boring. Like, the biggest problem that this movie has is that this shit gets old really fast. Again, I saw Jurassic Park earlier today, the original one. That still holds up after nearly 30 years. When they're going out and seeing the dinosaurs for the first time, that's still a magical moment. I was watching this movie and thinking back to that scene where, Dr. Hammond goes, my dear Dr. Sadler, my dear Dr. Grant, welcome to Jurassic Park. And you see the dinosaurs everywhere. It's just like, my first thought was, boy, I miss that magic. I mean, they have a cool idea of what to do with the dinosaurs in here, or like, let's create these crazy mutations and all that. And it sounds like a good idea on paper. The designs I see at Walmart in terms of the toys look pretty cool. But when you watch them in the movie, it's just like, these are just the same type of dinosaurs as the Tyrannosaurus Rex, except they're a different type of breed, they're a different type of species. And I'm sorry, the dinosaurs get old really fast. And for a Jurassic Park movie where the dinosaurs are the weak link of it, that is inexcusable. Hell, I'm wearing a t-shirt from a movie where the dinosaurs are not the main threat. Locusts are. And I still bought that movie than I did this pile of garbage. This is a movie. This should be called Jurassic World Rebirth. This is Jurassic World Regurgitate, because for a standalone sequel, you gotta give me something more than the same goddamn movie we've seen 6 times before. Because, yeah, I'm sorry, seeing the same dinosaurs over and over and over again just isn't worth it. And it's just like, they're not fun to look at. They're not impressive to look at whatsoever. The visuals overall are nothing that amazing in here, and after watching 7 of these movies, this shit gets old really fast. It's the perfect definition of this type of what we're in for, of what we've been in since post-COVID happened. Since we got into post-COVID, they bring back all these franchises we've been waiting to see new movies of, and even the good ones, stuff like Indiana Jones, or stuff like what's another one? Minions. There's a couple of other ones too, like Ghostbusters. Like, yeah, even though I like those movies, I want to see something new out of these franchises and not just them doing the same thing. Those ones are good. But then you get movies like what we had this year with Karate Kid Legends, or even something like How to Train Your Dragon, or last year, but Despicable Me 4, Fast X. Like, it's just like, you know, the Mission Impossible movies. It's just like, yeah, we like these franchises making the same movies over and over and over again, and not really doing anything to make it more interesting or intriguing. That shit gets old really fast. And yeah, with Jurassic World, I thought we still had a good couple of movies before the bottom started to fall out. I didn't think we would get to that at this point with the same director who did Godzilla, which was a really good movie 11 years ago, and of course gave us the MonsterVerse that we have today. That right there behind me, on top of below Bugs and SpongeBob, but it just doesn't work. And for a film that brought back David Koepp, who was an Academy Award-winning writer, who's written stuff like Schindler's List. I mean, this is the guy that wrote the original Jurassic Park. I had to check just to make sure. No, he didn't write Schindler's List. I got that wrong, but he's still written a lot of great stuff. I mean, Bad Influence, Toy Soldiers, not Toy Soldiers, Death Becomes Her, The Paper, you know, the first Mission Impossible movie, what else did he write? Spider-Man. I mean, this is a guy that has written a lot of good stuff, and for him to just come out with a film like this, it's just like, what are you doing, man? It's just like, you really are half-assing yourself with this one here, and I'm sorry, the fun factor just isn't there with this one. I know it's the type of movie where people will go into it just going like, turn your brain off at the door and have a good time with it. Well, I guess you can go down that route, but I did the same thing, and I just got bored by it. It's just like, I mean, it's probably, then again, it's also a combination of the fact that I've been up since 8 a.m. I didn't get a whole, and, you know, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I couldn't get to sleep around that time, and maybe that's why I'm adding more to my frustrations with this movie, because I've been up since 8 a.m. and I'm waiting for this movie to come so I can see it, and this is the best you can do. This is really the best you can do after all this time, and it's just like, the magic just isn't there with the Jurassic Park series anymore. Like, the first movie is a classic, and I like the Jurassic World trilogy, but I'm sorry, after 7 of these movies, you need to up the ante and do something new and different with it. Even Mission Impossible did something new and different when it got late down the road, but even by that point, the series lost its muster pretty quickly with the last 2 movies when they were split into 2 films. I really don't know what you could do with these characters anymore to make them interesting. The only thing I can ask is I could maybe see them doing, cross it over with Fast and Furious. Reignite 2 franchises into 1, because this thing would fit perfectly in the Fast and Furious world. I mean, it's the money writes itself right there. Or, which funny enough, they actually did in the Jurassic Park movie. I mean, that thing was 24 years before Fallen Kingdom happened, and that happens in that fucking movie. I mean, but the fun factor just isn't here with this movie, is what I'm trying to get across here. I've been a fan of this franchise since I saw the original film, about 11 years after the movie came out. It was my first time really delving into a lot of movies I hadn't gotten around to seeing, and I fell in love with this right from the get-go, but is with the original Jurassic Park right from the get-go, and I was so disappointed by the sequels that came afterwards, and I was so excited to see a Jurassic World experience on the Jurassic Park on the big screen when Jurassic World came out. That's still one of those great moments I'll remember forever. That great ending where, you know, you have the ominous Rex, you know, about to eat the kids, and then the Tyrannosaurus Rex just comes in and just beats the crap out of him, and then he's eaten by the creature from the water area. That's still a ton of fun. That's moments I'll remember from this franchise. I felt nothing coming out of this movie. I was so bored. I was tired watching it. It's just like, wrap it up already. And this is actually one of the shorter movies in the series. It's about a little over 2 hours long, but it certainly felt like it was longer, just sitting there all that time. The only other thing that I could say that was positive about this movie is the fact that, yes, the Odyssey trailer looks pretty amazing on the big screen. I did the trailer reaction on the Reviewing Network Live, which, yeah, if you thought my defense of Disney's Star Wars era was bad, take a look at how many likes and dislikes I got on the Odyssey trailer, because, yeah, that's pretty rough, but I did see the trailer on there, and yes, that movie looks amazing on the big screen, and hopefully that movie will deliver, and it should, because it's Christopher Nolan. The guy can really do no wrong at this point, but Then again, we never know. This is his first movie after he won the Oscar for Oppenheimer, and more times than not, people just won't go to see a movie that follows a Best Picture winner. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, the movie looks pretty good. It was John Barenthal who was actually doing the dialogue there, not Matt Damon, even though I think I said that in the trailer reaction for the leaked trailer that came out the week before. But it's Tom Holland talking to John Barenthal. But you do see Matt Damon at the end of the trailer there, so we get a little bit of the cast in that one. But yeah, that was more promising than anything else that came from this movie. And it's been kind of a lackluster year for Universal in general, specifically the last month. I mean, they had How to Train Your Dragon, they had Megan 2.0, both of those movies failed miserably, and now you have this right here, which I think is even worse than How to Train Your Dragon, because you expect something more from the Jurassic World series at this point. And they're setting this up for a new trilogy, but man, it misses the mark big time, and I really didn't like it, man. I really hated this movie. This is one of the worst movies I've seen so far this year. I mean, this is that bad of a movie. So, it pains me to say this, but you know what? I will actually bring that helmet back for this right here. Yeah, thumbs down. Yeah, this is what I would like to do to that movie right now. That was a horrible way to eat this, but you get the whole idea. So anyway, that's Jurassic World Rebirth, and I get it. I'm probably going to be one of the few people that... let me fix my hair while I do this, but that's the problem with wearing this because, you know, you wear this, and then you take it off, and then you got your hair all over the goddamn place. But I know I'm going to be alone on this one, even though most people have watched and already said the same thing. It's just like, it was fine. It's summer entertainment, and I get it, but I expected a little bit more from it, especially considering that. But then again, keep in mind, I like the Jurassic World trilogy more than most people do, so... This guy deserves a lot better than this movie. These dinosaurs deserve a lot better than this fucking movie. And this month deserves a lot better movies. June was such a massive disappointment. You know, the best movie that came out last month, nobody went to go see, and that was Elio. And, you know, we had a brand new month ahead of us, and the first thought was, okay, this is the movie that's going to kick this summer back up again. This is where it's going to get good again. And then to come out of Jurassic World Rebirth feeling like, oh shit, man, this is what summer's going to suck. But next time around when we meet, James Gunn will hopefully turn the tide on this summer and also turn the tide on the DC Cinematic Universe with his interpretation of Superman. That's going to be, we're finally getting to the most anticipated movie of the year next week, and I've got something very special planned for that one, so definitely check that one out. That's going to be next week, and I'm definitely going to be checking that movie out, no question about it. But if you saw Jurassic World Rebirth, tell me your thoughts down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know down below. And of course, as always, constructive criticism only, people. So with that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification button. And also check out the last review I did for F1 and Megan 2.0. That's how bad last month was. I'm forgetting most of the movies that came out, and I also had our playlist as well. So we will leave you, of course, with a look at movies now playing in theaters and coming out on Blu-ray and DVD this week. And there's one big new release out there, and yeah, that's the one I think everybody's going to be getting their hands on. So see that at the end, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.